Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rinks in Hauppauge here on the LI Sports Network. JV matchup between Sachem and Connetquot Sayville on the docket in the junior varsity division. Both of these teams looking to make up a little bit of lost territory in the beginning of the season. Sachem 0-4 to start off. Connetquot Sayville 1-3. Both teams obviously would love to have a win. I was informed by Wally Mitchell, the older brother of Jack Mitchell, that a couple players for Sachem going to be missing this game due to other travel games going around. So that's why not a lot of Braves over on the right-hand side of the screen. A few more T-Birds on the left side, as we now have Jack Mitchell in the building. Again, suffering a season-ending injury over on his ankle. I gotta say, Jack Mitchell, before that injury, was one of the better skaters on this Sachem team, so he will definitely be dearly missed. And they obviously hope him to make a strong return for next season. Another young player to keep your eyes on throughout this game is, of course, going to be Max Goldstein. 2 goals in this season in 1 game played. That's both of his points as well. As both sides go in for the huddle around the goals before we get into the first game here. And obviously we'll have the national anthem before the puck drop. Taking a look at some of these matchup statistics. Connetquot Sayville scoring 3.5 goals per game. Sachem scoring 2.3. Sachem is allowing 4.8 goals against, and Connetquot Sayville is allowing 10.8 goals against. So Sachem hopefully going to bump up those goals per game numbers in this matchup. And if you're a T-Birds fan, you're hoping that you get that number a little bit lower. Penalty minutes per game about even. Sachem at 2. Connetquot Sayville 3.5. So really, both sides not giving up a whole lot of penalties. That's good. That's always important to play clinical and clean hockey. And power play goals per game, both sides tied at 0.3 power play goals per game. Obviously, not exactly the normal statistic of power play percentage. We don't have that right in front of us. Ryan Retigliano leading Sachem in goals right now with a total of 2. Mozzie leading his T-Birds with 4. Justin Hunter leads his side with 2 assists, of course, for Sachem JV. Nasto leading his side with 2 assists, so a little bit of a tie-up there. And Mozzie leading the entire game in points with 5. Zachary Hess leads Sachem with 3 points as we kick it over to the national anthem. As we got 15 minutes on the clock for the first period. Both these sides ready and rearing to go. Again, the T-Birds looking for their second win of the season. Sachem looking for their first. As it looks like the referees are having a little bit of a conversation about equipment before this game gets going. Obviously, safety a high priority here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. As both starting lineups take their marks. Puck at center ice, and we're underway here in the rinks. Sachem going to take it back with Kane, trying to bounce it off the boards and out. Chopped up a little bit at the far side, and now the puck bouncing around still in the offensive end before it's cleared out by Sachem. That's how the first 15 seconds go. Shot going to be coming up. It's wide off to the right side. Kane holds in off the boards down low. Donahue quickly into the forecheck. Kalberg down the slot, looking for a shot blocker save. And the puck will be sent down the length of the ice for our first stop of the game. Right back for Sachem again, playing with a little bit of a shorter bench, so these changes are going to be hard for them. A lot of players playing a lot of hard minutes. It's going to be Matthew Perskia in the net tonight for the T-Birds. A call-up, I believe, for today's game, as the other regular goaltenders for this JV side not over on the bench. So let's see what Perskia is going to be able to pull off to try to guide his T-Birds to another win in this season. Nasta trying to get it off out the far boards. Almost held alive by Sachem. DiPietro drops it back, worked up the ice. Portanova couldn't get it into the offensive end. It's right back at him. Wellman didn't hold on to it for long as the T-Birds trying to get back into the offensive zone. They had an initial look, but it's been back and forth ever since then. Skia will stop at the puck that comes in front of him. Sachem regain. Loeb dumps it in, now chases after it. A little bit of a bump there. Referees mark everyone on sides. It cycled down low. Bank pass ahead. Kalber will get his body in front of it, return the favor as the puck is lifted over towards the corner. Harrison Rupert with it now, looking for something. It's going to be a turnover towards the blue line. Kane holding it alive. Nasta with it now. Cycles it back for Kane. Picks it out of the corner, trying to get it around Riley, and does. Opportunity for Sachem in front of the net. It's shut down. Perskia with a nice save to start off his game. Got a good feel good for Matthew right there. This is Quinlan Riley on to the puck. Trying to poke it around the stick of Zachary Wellman. Wellman now with it below his own net, trying to put on the speed, finding a pass away from the blue line, a little bit past DiPietro, should go down for an icing, and will get another stoppage. 11:44 to play in the first period. Taking a look over at the standings in the JV division right now, Smithtown Hauppauge Red leads the way at a perfect 4-0. And right behind them, or excuse me, 4-0-1. I missed that little overtime loss right there. Not exactly sure how Smithtown is ahead of St. Anthony's Black, who have no losses on the season, just an overtime win. Might be a little bit of a mistake in the points as DiPietro sets up a drive. It's blocked by a stick out in front. Comes loose around the boards. Sachem cycle it around. Another drive, and they score. Long range with traffic out in front. Sachem up 1-0. As we take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Again, traffic in front of the net is always so dangerous. The T-Birds not really helping out their young goaltender, Pasquia, on that shot from the high slot. Tyler Payton will get the goal credit, assisted by Anthony Portanova. So with that, Sachem up to a 1-0 lead early on in this first period. Here's Goldstein into the offensive end. Looks for a centering bid. Did go through the crease. Giovanni Mazzara in the net for Sachem. Haven't said his name yet because he hasn't been needed to do a whole ton. Sachem have been dominating time of possession, as Goldstein will regain it as he dumps in. Haggerty will go off to chase into the corner. Flipped away for him. It's Kane on the near side. Chip and chase into the neutral zone. Quinlan Riley trying to glove it down, but couldn't body his way through the Braves in front of him. Wellman back forward in his own end, has some passing options. Hits DiPietro as he springs into the neutral zone. Cutting it up past the blue line. DiPietro trying to look for an angle. A shot goes well wide in front of the net. This could be a breakaway for Quinlan Riley as he tries to dangle one player at the blue line, and his team will be called offsides. As didn't bring the puck over before Mazzi was there. .9:49 to play in the first period. A little over 5 minutes gone by. Again, the goal scored by Payton, assisted by Portanova. As the puck is chipped around in the neutral zone, comes back for the T-Birds to try to send away. Nice little back pass for control. Comes back for Portanova to Wellman. Pushed off the puck. This should be a nice takeaway for the T-Birds. Centering pass. Popped high into the air, and Sachem will deny the chance. Pasquia watched that puck sail wide over to the left of the net. Comes back for Wellman. Sets up for a one-timer. Tipped as well by Payton. Wasn't far off the net. Sachem breathing down the necks of the T-Birds, looking for that 2-0 lead. Payton lost it out. Ozzy sends a backhand hard off the boards. Trying to lift the stick of Kane. Kane stays strong on it the entire time, though. Puck still up for grabs down below the goal line. Squeaks free over to the corner. Wellman comes in to help. Sweeps it off the backhand, and it dribbles down the ice. Icing will be waved off as the puck wasn't traveling with enough speed. Well, off to Nasta. Here's Goldstein at center ice. Backhand off to Laurel as Goldstein tries to pick a spot at the blue line. Instead, Nasta will just dump in to allow this forecheck to fly. Another 2 minutes gone by since our last stoppage, so this game has been very fast-paced. Sachem causing troubles down low. Long stretch pass. Calber will intercept it. Trying to cut past the blue line. DiPietro just got back on sides. Here's Goldstein. Tipped off his stick. Goldstein will recover. Now going ahead 1-on-3, Goldstein chipping it past 2, looking for something towards the slot. Now creating a turnover as Wellman will chase after it. Fanning on his first pass attempt, carries it off to the far side. Still not clear as the T-Birds get possession down low. Pass as Riley, instead he will spin it. Portanova, the first one onto it, stops it up, then tries to accelerate it past the forecheck, instead hits Wellman. And Wellman will clear it out himself. Halfway gone by in the first period. Sachem lead this game 1-0. Portanova wasn't able to hold it in at the far point, so he'll cycle it around once more, go off for a change. Hayden on the reload. Wasn't able to hold. Kane tries to help him out. Nasta makes a move around one, trying to feed it past the blue line, and Goldstein was just a hair off sides. Unfortunate right there for Max, as he probably would have found an opportunity to get a puck on net there. Azara hasn't been tested early or often in this period. Sachem once again into the zone with traffic out in front. Shot is loose in the blue paint, still poking at it, and they score. Down low, Sachem make it 2-0. Getting the goals the hard way. As we'll go back to live with Kane taking possession off the face-off, trying to dump it in. The T-Birds quickly batter right back out. T-Birds now with some extended O-zone time. Shot from the half wall, finding Riley in front. He scores. T-Birds get their first of the night, courtesy of Riley. Quinlan up to his 4th goal of the season. As this game has been high action in the first period. Ryan DiGiacomo scored the second goal for Sachem before Quinlan Riley was able to respond for the T-Birds. That's how we find ourselves in the 2-1 lead for the Braves. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first period. DiPietro not able to hold the zone. It comes out and rifled in by Portanova. Long bounce off the board. Sachem send it towards the slot. Poked around and now out. Goldstein into a one-on-one. Goldstein, he has plenty of speed. A great back check from Portanova. Tips it off his stick. That is a great showing of defense right there from number 74. Nice twirl from Nasta. Dangles around another one. Now barreling down the slot. Puts it out in front of the net, and it's covered up for another pause. 4:22 to play in the period. Rupert in the neutral zone dumps it back towards Sachem's end. They'll quickly break it out past him. Now gaining the zone. Kane along Ranger. It's saved. Ski had a little bit of trouble with it, but did get it underneath the pads. Kane up top, putting another shot on that. Rebound out. Cleared away quickly by Rupert, helping out his tendy right there. Another puck pops towards the slot, backhanded low. Rupert, Johnny on the spot again in order to clear out the trash. Payton now at the goal line, trying to deny these centering opportunities. Giacomo not able to find a centering pass. It will flip past him, back for Kalber. Loeb trying to dangle around Mozzie. Comes around to center ice and sent far and away by Haggerty. Payton having trouble with that, creates a turnover down low and almost an opportunity for DiPietro. Portanova, fancy feet at the blue line, creates another opportunity for Sachem. Glove shot. Muskia will make a save with the leather for another pause. Portanova looking for a blast to flex. Over for Wellman. His shot blocked up in the traffic. Quinlan Riley, the goal scorer today for the T-Birds, trying to clear it out for Goldstein. Instead, it's another shot that ends up down low. Wellman flying in to pinch it off the boards. Riley regains it and tries to go out through the center of the ice, and there's Goldstein to collect. Goldstein breaking this one away, one-on-one, backhand, he scores! Goldstein, solo trip to the net, makes it 2 apiece. Look at Goldstein separating from the puck right there. High IQ play, not going to make a mistake once he's into the one-on-one. Elevates it off the backhand. Good piece of hockey right there from Max Goldstein. Off the draw, Riley trying to keep the T-Bird momentum flowing. They've scored the last 2 to tie the game. Goldstein will get down low on the backhand, brings it around, looking for a centering pass. DiPietro had his stick in the lane, and then Goldstein comes right back to collect it. Looking for Riley, goes tape to tape, then O'Reilly overshoots it just a little bit. Nice stick lift from behind. Riley still going. Now it comes to Goldstein for a shot. Rebound in front is covered up. Referees get the whistle in there to pause play. $1:46 left in the period, and the T-Birds have got a lot of wind at their backs right now as they're going to make a line change to keep the legs fresh. Sachem will match, so we got a full new 10. Again, shortened benches for really both these squads today, as obviously Sunday means there's a lot of travel hockey going on, so you can find some weird results on Sundays sometimes. Mozzie gets it back. Nasta in the slot, trying to go through the legs of Portanova. It's denied back for Giordano, lining one up for his wrister. And it's covered up by Sachem, still not dead, and there we get the whistle. Sachem should be able to get this puck out, get some more offense rolling for themselves. Their 2 goals obviously allowing them to keep this game at an even keel, but obviously no one likes blowing a 2-goal lead. Now with just 75 seconds left in the period. Intense battle below the goal line. Wiggles free up top. Portanova, a blast. Instantly blocked aside off his stick. Wellman goes to collect it. Sliding it middle for Hunter. Still rattling around and comes off the left side. NASA with a little bit of open ice to skate this one forward. Past the blue line, and it should go on net for another cover-up. We'll get another whistle. Kane around the glass, touched up. Rupert has room for a shot. Not going to go on net. Rebound out in front. Does, though. Still a scramble. Sachem going to win it. Ends up underneath the pads of Mazara. .37 seconds left in the period. Puck drop for Riley. Looked to get it over to Goldstein on the draw. Instead, it's Kane with a lot of speed. Kane not going to get around Goldstein as he comes back with the active stick. Now Goldstein working his way up the wall. Cuts past the blue line. Goldstein trying to dangle towards the middle. Interrupted. Quinlan Riley holds the puck in the offensive end. Centering pass ends up with Loeb on the far side. And he should have enough time to clear it. Payton with Riley in front of him. Needs to find an outlet pass, and that'll do it for the first period. 15 gone by, 30 still remaining. Game is tied 2 apiece. We'll be right back on the LI Sports Network. And we are back for the second period. 15 minutes onto the clock. Even score through the first. It's a good game so far between Sachem and Connetquot Sayville. T-Birds, scoring the last 2 in the period. One from Riley, one from Goldstein. Obviously, that means Sachem found the first 2 of the game. Looking back to the pregame breakdown, Sachem scoring 2.3 goals per game, allowing 4.8. The T-Birds scoring 3.5, and allowing 10.8. So obviously they're on a bit better of a pace for less goals allowed. That has to be one positive so far for Connetquot Sayville. Also doing it with a goaltender not usually in the lineup because Priskia finding the call-up. Made a couple of nice saves so far for himself, getting some JV action as a shot whistles right in front of him. Kane will hold it alive, redirecting it back on net. Bouncing puck goes in. Lots of traffic out in front. Sachem make it 3-2. We go back to center ice. Sachem with a new lead. Rupert, puck just got by him. Has Riley back out to help. Puck comes around for Payton. Dances off the half wall. His shot hits some traffic. Karam's down low. T-Birds will hold it in. Rupert with an active stick gets it off to Riley. And to Rupert again. Nice little sauce pass. Mozzie takes a shot off to the left. Sits now behind the net. Rupert wraps around Fort. Not able to hold as Payton breaks it out. So the official goal credit for Sachem's most recent tally will go to Cole Kalber. Rupert will bank it down the ice. Ozzie gets hit into the boards, but does allow his team to hold it there with Goldstein at the half wall. Payton ships it around one of the Riley brothers. Of course, number 66 being Keegan. Goldstein for a shot, he scores! What a wrister! Tie game once more. Goldstein has his second of the night. Can't let this kid shoot, he'll burn you. So Goldstein will go right back to center ice, taking the face-off against Hunter. Loeb will come away with it, taps it around, and banked right back out of the zone. Hunter with it again, drops it off. Wellman looking to go cross ice. That's now on the intercept. We'll dump it in. Goldstein the F1 on the play. Wellman should have time, but Goldstein, excuse me, that's Kane down there. Goldstein doesn't allow Kane to break out. Over on the chip and chase, looking for a centering bid. T-Birds take it away and send it out of the zone. Icing waved off by the officials. Shot snapped over the crossbar, comes wobbling around almost back in front. Goldstein will take it again, trying to go through the legs of one player into the left circle for another wrister. And it's time blocked aside. Karam's off to the corner, and now Sachem will break it out. Skating 2-on-2, the pass a little off target. Priskia will get it off for his team. Wobbling puck. Ordanova back to not allow Goldstein into another one-on-one. Loeb Looking for someone in the middle. DiPietro didn't pull the cord. A little miscommunication. He was in motion for a one-timer. Another opportunity upcoming. It's Payton with a shot. Saved by Perskia, and it wiggles all the way out of the zone. Back for Portanova. No pressure around him, so give it off to DiPietro. Long stretch pass. Here's Wellman building some speed. Wellman trying to fade off to the right side, loses his handle, ends up in the corner, still sends it back in front. And Goldstein finds it there. Goldstein. Long pass, should end up as an icing and will. 10 minutes to play in the second period. Goldstein once again leading the way for his side. 2 goals in the game. Quinlan Riley with the other. And the T-Birds still haven't had a lead in this game, though. Save will be made by Perskia. Puck now onto the stick of Payton. Sends it around. Wellman at the blue line, couldn't hold, so it's Quinlan Riley charging ahead. Through a couple of sticks. Riley now looking for someone out in front, but it's straight on to the tape of Wellman. Lots of speed for him, and again, Wellman could create this into something. Wellman cutting in front of the net, and Perskia with a great save. Take a replay of that. Believe we'll have a penalty on the back end of it as well. Lucas Giordano going off to the box. So a Sachem power play is upcoming. First power play of the game. Official call is slashing on Giordano. Puck in center ice for Hunter. Brought in deep. DiGiacomo giving it back off to Hunter, now up top. Rotated around for Kane with plenty of room to shoot. Gets one on net, but it's Perskia with another save. Now Goldstein with an opportunity to get this one out. Stumbles a little bit at center ice, now cutting back to his right. Stick check will poke it away from him. T-Birds find another interception. Goldstein changing the direction to send it a little bit away from Kalber. Just over 8 minutes to play in the period. 45 seconds left on the power play. Loeb once again into the zone, takes a shot on Perskia, has trouble with the rebound, but his defense is right there to help him out. Playing it off to the corner now, Rupert with it. Plenty of time and space, trying to send it down ice, it's gloved. Another chance for Goldstein to kill off some time. DiPietro to Wellman. Wellman diving down, popping up with the puck, trying to send it in front, tap shot. Too many bodies out there. Follow up for Portanova, doesn't get through the traffic either. As the power play is over, we are back to 5-on-5. So the T-Birds successfully kill it off, looking for a breakaway opportunity, but Portanova was back. Goldstein on the forecheck, does deny him off to the corner. Goldstein now trying to get possession for his side, but it's wrapped around the boards and all the way down the zone. Wellman with it again. Sends a flipper down below the goal line. Shot for Sachem, travels off to the left. Verdano. Not able to find the clear. Payton keeps it. Payton now looking for the redirect. Puck is in front, and it's covered up. Payton doing a good job right there, getting his stick on it. So 5:55 left in the second period. We're more than halfway through this game. Riley trying to get it away. It ends up for a wrister at the blue line. Pops high into the air. Kane gloving it down, but not holding on to it. Good back check, or back poke, I should say, from Mozzie. Goes down for an icing anyways. We'll get another pause with 5:38 left in the period. Hunter now for the O-zone draw. Goldstein with it as he gets going up ice. Past the red line and the blue. Goldstein doing this all by himself. Down to the goal line. Goldstein trying to pull up. Maybe a wrap on the near side. Goldstein now for a centering feed. Mozzie not far off with the backhander. Some good pace on it. Skims around the boards. Chance for Culber to clear. Goldstein meets him at the far boards. Broken out for Hunter. Back from Maisie. Loeb in now. Here's Goldstein. Goldstein dangling around one. Bank pass taken away by Hunter. Sachem fans wanting a call from the slight contact in the neutral zone. Not going to get one. We'll stay 5-on-5. Keegan Riley doing a good job separating a body from the puck, but the spin cycle not going to clear the zone. Ends up as a shot off to the left side. Hard bounce all the way to Portanova on the near half boards. Sends it for a chance in front. The shot goes wide off to the left. DiPietro puts it right back down low. Another centering opportunity, this time going all the way through the slot and down the ice. T-Birds catching a little bit of a break right there as they'll make a change. Loose puck. Rupert should be the first one to it. He'll send it down for an icing. We got another pause with 3:38 remaining in the second. Payton won the face-off, but his team didn't follow up with possession behind, so it comes down to Sachem's zone. Riley had it chopped off his stick, comes away for his brother. Keegan a blast. Maybe could have had another tip out in front. This is a stretch for Wellman, just barely under his stick, and an icing will be called. 3:16 now to play. Riley as it banked back, and I believe that hit off the part of the wall that is officially ruled out. Giordano would have been open for a shot right there, probably. Riley pushing it ahead off of the face-off, taken away by Kalber. Hayden trying to get it past Giordano. It's back for Kalber. Now Riley forcing a turnover down low. Might have a 2-on-1. Snaps a shot up high. Hits the crossbar. Stays free in the left wing corner. T-Bird's going to win possession once again. As a bit of a miscue on the pass. So the puck will go back to center ice. Giordano taking it all the way into his end. Trying to get around Payton. Gets tripped up as well, so this is going to be a power play. So first power play opportunity for Connetquot Sayville all game as they try to take their first lead as well. Goldstein, a little bit of communication about what he wants to do off this draw. Going to take it from the right circle. Now Goldstein's going to get chased. Comes to the slot, Nasta. Now off to Goldstein, right circle. Giordano at the blue line, walks left, gives it right back to Goldstein. Giordano again, this time at the slot. His shot ramps off a stick, stays in play off the end boards. Could be broken up from Sachem and will send it all the way down ice. Skia will cover up, not wanting to risk a shorthanded opportunity. Still $1:38 to play on the 5-on-4 chance. As this face-off is eventually sorted out, Goldstein will take it. It's banked off the wall towards Kane. Now pops free for a blast. Ends up with Nasna now. Goldstein looking for something behind the defense. Opens up a lane to bring the puck into the zone. Ends up in the crease. Another cover-up will once again freeze the clock. Face off this time coming on the left side. Riley will step into the dot. Quinlan Riley trying to get it off to Goldstein. Back check from Kane, but he goes 5-hole. Hat trick time for Goldstein. He puts his team ahead 4-3. As we take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Thought Goldstein lost his handle. Nice little stick lift right there. That was the difference maker on the play. So now we'll come back to live. Towards the end of the second period, T-Birds finally have a lead in this game, trying to win their second contest. Puck, another chance. Ends up in the corner. Quinlan Riley centering feed, touched with a high stick. And that created some excitement for the T-Bird fans. I don't think they saw the hand raised by the referee. So we'll get a face-off. Should be in the neutral zone now. Oh, actually going to go all the way down to the T-Birds' end. Sachem ring one off the bar. Follow-up shot for DiPietro. This time goes high as a couple players spill out onto the ice. Haggerty without his stick is effectively out of the play. Gets it right back, now trying to get involved. Puck slides down to the left circle. A shot. Great save off the shoulder. Briskia helping his team to keep this lead now. Always feels better playing from ahead as another chance down on the other side of the ice. Comes from Ozzy. We'll give it off. Hunter trying to get it clear. Pokes it through a couple of legs. Back for Rupert in his ends. Turns the corner and sends it down the ice. Should be another icing. The referee's actually going to wave it off as it hits someone in the neutral zone. Portanova, he's got a lot of room and a lot of players behind him. Portanova trying to get this towards net. Briskia, a save, dives on top. Kane had it chopped away from him. Goldstein, lots of speed to try to beat out this icing. Will get to the puck in time. Goldstein now pulling up, trying to slide it into the blue paint. Instead, finds Nasta at the blue line. Back to Goldstein. 8 seconds left on the clock, and it's actually cleared by Wellman. Good defensive play from him. One last opportunity, but the puck is going to die out with the clock. We'll go to the third period. T-Birds lead by 1 here on the LI Sports Network. And we're back for the third period, 15 minutes to play. T-Birds trying to hold on to a 1-goal lead. Sachem have led this contest for most of it. But they're definitely going to want to tie this up as quickly as they can. Riley will win the face-off, powering past the blue line. Too many sticks to work through, so Sachem poke him off to the boards and get it around the T-Bird forward check. Payton with it now. Around Giordano. Puts it in front. Goldstein there for it. Here's Max Goldstein, already with a hat trick on the game. Goes through the legs, fades off to the far boards. Pressed in there. Kane will take it away from his stick. Hits Wellman, who was a little bit up ice. Trying to get it around Giordano. Banks it off of him instead and just maintains possession. Now off to Payton, trying to stretch on the backhand. His shot goes wide. It's been a fairly fast-paced game. I would say really fast-paced just besides the last couple of minutes in the second period. That ended up slowing down with a penalty, with some icings, and that sort of thing. But besides that, it's been up and down the sheet for either team. Plenty of scoring chances. Potentially another one coming here as Goldstein has hit some open ice. Angled away, Goldstein now cutting back, going towards the middle, trying to slide it out in front. Instead, it's for DiPietro, hits Hunter, taken away by Goldstein again. He goes through the legs, then blows a tire. Has the back with it, and Giordano will hold it. Goldstein still sitting down. Doesn't look like he's in any pain, so hopefully he is okay. As the athletic trainer will go out to talk to Goldstein. We'll step aside for a second here on the LI Sports Network. As we're back to live now, hopefully Goldstein just has a minor bruise and he can get back out onto the ice. He's been a difference maker for the T-Birds, a hat trick on the game, but here's Loeb creating a chance for himself. Rebound still comes out in front, barely just fading away down below the goal line. Another blast. Skia good for it. Couple minutes off this clock. No real high danger scoring opportunities for either team. Giordano, nice win off the face-off. Giordano trying to make this into a track meet. Portanova slowing up the puck a little bit. Now DiPietro riding it into the end boards. T-Birds with momentum. Pass out in front. They score! 2-goal lead for the T-Birds now. You see it right there. Number 74, Mazzi, out in front. Making no mistake off a great feed. Connetquot Sayville now with their first 2-goal lead of the night. Quick look ahead. Going to be a varsity game after this one. Northport Huntington against East Islip. Two of the top teams in that division. Northport has played some very good squads very close, but they haven't gotten a win against the likes of St. Anthony's. Smithtown Hauppauge is a chance for Sachem, still rattling around. I thought Perskia got on top of it. Bounces all the way out to Kane at the boards. Kane looking for a blast up high. Perskia accidentally drops it into the blue paint. Rupert trying to poke it aside. Puts it off the high glass, stays alive in the offensive end, but there is Riley to safely play it away. Now Goldstein guiding the puck up ice. Trying to use his hips for a little bit of potential as he foots it out in front for Quinlan Riley, who almost had the 6th of the game for the T-Birds. Back for Goldstein, high slot. Around Wellman. Back pass along the boards. Nasta with traffic. Save made. Riley trying to feed it to Goldstein, dragging around for a wrist shot. Wellman's there in time to poke it away. Still in the offensive end. Here's Quinlan Riley with it again. Shot. Too much traffic. To Goldstein now for a try. Blocker save. Pop down low. Quinlan Riley collecting it, and then it's off his stick for Rupert, and he should be able to clear for Sachem. They get through all of that trouble. And to finish my thought about the varsity game, I was going to say East Islip, another one of those top dogs. So EI has to be very aware that Northport is going to be a tough customer. Bring their A game to this game, as they don't want to lose their second this early on. The Chiefs currently 4-1 on the season. Northport Huntington 2-2, but their losses are to the St. Anthony's and Smithtown Hauppauge. As a shot goes Proskia again. Hunter will step up for the Ozone face-off as his team is in need of two. Portanova gets it with room, takes a shot. Proskia is safe. Still a scramble for the puck. Still alive as it finally is worked loose. Somehow popping out. Mozzie will take it away, dumping it into the opposite corner. Team offsides. They have to reset. Hunter around Giordano. All the way down for 200 feet is an icing. 9:59 remaining in regulation. Slight delay on the face-off. Puck drops. Mozzie down low with it. Battling with Hunter. Intense between those two players, and the T-Birds will get it out. Taken back by Portanova. Dances past the blue line, then ridden hard into the boards. Puck sits there before squeaking out. Long stretch pass denied by Portanova. Good job reading that play, like a cornerback right there. Giordano using the middle of the net, bottom side to chip it around a defender. I don't know if I've seen that before. As the play will be called offsides, 9:09 left now. Kane chasing after a loose puck, has Quinlan Riley breathing down his neck, trying to get it around Haggerty. Goldstein pokes it loose. Haggerty skates onto it. Can't get it past the blue line. Wellman lost it in his skates, so he just has to awkwardly tap it down below the goal line. Allows Payton to come in onto the forecheck. Calbird can't hold it on the wall, and this is going to be Goldstein up ice, one man to beat. It's Kane. Goldstein from an awkward angle. It ends up wrapping around the net all the way out of the zone. Keegan Riley gets back for it. Payton already in on the forecheck, tries to hit Haggerty at center ice. Sachem quickly resetting, looking for more opportunities as they're still down by 2 goals. Right back to center ice. Calbert with it. Goldstein behind him. Quinlan Riley doesn't allow him to pass it past the blue line. It's back for the T-Birds in their own end. Kane now for Wellman. Gets around Riley. Wellman for a shot. The other Riley brother is there to deny it. Payton a follow-up opportunity. Sends it behind the net. Curls around the zone, but not out. Sent around for Payton again. Collects it on the backhand. He already has a goal in this game, trying to make it 2. Up top, Portanova, a drive. Instantly hits the stick of Haggerty, and now Riley has it. Finding Goldstein into a 2-on-1. Portanova the only man back. Goldstein just mishandling the puck and ends up dying at the end boards. Quinlan Riley trying to hold it in. It's poked around him. Wellman, he could be into a breakaway himself. Here comes Wellman, shrieking down the ice, trying for a shot. Save made. Puck now dead. Proskia does get there in time. Sachem keeping the door closed for now. Off the draw, will be batted out of the zone. Portanova racing back for it. Will get there in time, but can't turn the corner to clear, so the T-Birds keep it in. Oh, just barely not. Rupert mishandling it at the far point. DiGiacomo off the Hunter glove save for Skia. Under 7 to play in the period. So an update from one of the parents in the crowd here, Mr. Payton, just informed me that Proskia isn't even a goaltender. I thought he was a call-up from one of the lower teams. But I stand corrected. So Proskia with a fantastic game so far for his side, stepping up when he's needed, making a lot of great saves as well. Only allowing 3 to Sachem so far. Mozzie sends it down the ice. Sachem trying to reset. They know half this period's gone by. Most of the game with it gone by as well. Kalber has a couple players in front, dangles around 2 of them, but not the third. Kane's there to help him out. Pass goes through the blue line. Returned in kind by the T-Birds. Puck barely staying in play off the high glass. Wellman with it again. We saw him just have a breakaway. It was shut down by Proskia. Managed to trap the puck under his pads. Portanova for Wellman. Rupert with it now, trying to clear it off the boards, and does. All the way down for an icing. DiPietro off the draw. Trying to skate around Riley, overskates the puck, and now Riley clears it. Goldstein trying to get there in time, but Portanova shuts down the opportunity. Uses his goal as a screen, now clears the zone. Nasso there for it. Not going to create a turnover and a dangerous opportunity for Sachem to try to get back into this game. T-Birds haven't let up a goal in some time. The most recent strike came early on in the second period, 13:56 to be exact, remaining in the second period from Cole Kalber. Goldstein has it down low. Wellman on his back. Turns the corner around Payton as well. Here comes Goldstein racing up the ice. Cutting towards the middle. Goldstein shooting lane now. Snaps it down low. Puck caroms off to Riley at the far side. Taken back by Kane. Quickly popping his head up. Doesn't have any passing options, so this skate this one away. Poke check from Goldstein at the red line. Doesn't slow down. Kane continues to go. Now taken out for a penalty. Sachem to the power play with 3:55 remaining. So the Giants lost a stunner to the Broncos. Good thing I'm a Jets fan and I don't have any hope for this team. Face-off won by Sachem. Long shot with a deflection out in front. Perskia getting on top all of it, but it still pops loose and into the back of the net. Sachem within one. Just a mad scramble right there. Creating pressure on Perskia. So hard to find the puck in that much traffic. Close game down the stretch. Justin Hunter gonna get the goal credit. Back to center ice we go. Big hit at the blue line. Kane getting the worst end of it. Goldstein pulls up down low, trying to clear the zone off the glass, but pops free to the half wall. Loeb will have a shot at it, puts it in front. Hunter trying for two, another rebound, and it's somehow saved. Perskia standing on his head right there. Third opportunity back out in front. The T-Birds just trying to clear. Goldstein gets on top of it and will wheel it up ice. Portanova now trying to shut down Goldstein, flying ahead for his fourth. The shot is saved and covered up. What a sequence. Take a look at that. This is a great centering feed. Hunter gets his stick down. That's a one-timer. Perskia gets over, then follows the puck for another save, making 2 in 2 seconds. Put that on last night's best. Sachem now battling to get this out. Offsides are the T-Birds. They had to reset and do so quickly. DiGiacomo with a shot, follows up for his own rebounds. Hunter trying to get there in time. It's wiggling up the boards, taken by Portanova. Long ranger, and once again, Perskia is there. Hagerty gets it ahead. Mozzie bringing in on zone, trying to go 5-hole. He scores. Mozzie puts his team back up by 2, and the T-Birds have firm control now. Mozzie just taking this in, finds the day of light. Well-placed backhand bid. T-Birds now set up nicely to kill off the next 2:31. Try to win their second game of the season. For Sachem, that would mean they would be 0-5. Wellman trying to make up the difference. Puck down the ice is will go for an icing. 2:10 to play now. Coming off the timeout, Sachem with 2:10 to try to tie this game up and force it to overtime. T-Birds with a goal at 2:21 from Mozzie. That could have been the final nail in the coffin they needed. Face-off drop down low. Puck given up to Haggerty. Excuse me, not Haggerty. Back with Goldstein now. Payton tying up with Nasta. Goldstein comes in for the loose change. Goldstein all the way up the right side into a one-on-one. Drags right. Goldstein scores! Top left corner. That should do it for the T-Birds. Fourth goal of the game. Goldstein has tied Sachem's total by himself. You want to know another stat about this game from Goldstein? 4 unassisted goals. Give him an inch, he'll bite your entire hand off. Wellman, now past the blue, long ranger. Not going to do much as it's gloved up for another whistle. Riley sending it ahead. Haggerty couldn't get a stick on it, so will go down for an icing. Wellman into the face-off dot. Puck is out. DiPietro back for it. Mozzie close. Haggerty another wild check. Not going to get it off the stick of DiPietro. Now he's beaten 3 different T-Birds players. Gets the puck past the blue line. Calbera helps him keep it in. It's a tough battle on the boards, and it's once again forced free by Connetquot Sayville. Sachem offsides, need to check up. 30 seconds left. That should realistically do it for this game. Connetquot Sayville going to go to 2-3 in the season. Sachem down to 0-5 as Goldstein had another stunning game. Nasta trying to work it through traffic, off to Riley. 10 seconds left in the matchup now. Goldstein with 4 unassisted goals. Some extra punch from the rest of his teammates. Mozzie scoring, Nasta scoring. Excuse me, Nasta taking a penalty, not scoring. Quinlan Riley getting a goal. And Preskia has to be the main story of this game. Not a goaltender, definitely playing like one. Final score, 7-4, T-Birds win. And we'll be back with our second game of the day in just a couple of minutes. A varsity matchup between East Islip and Northport Huntington. Once again, T-Birds win 7-4.